has actually been made since the, I would say, early 70s, in some variant, I believe even in the late 60s. The gun we're looking at is the North American Arms Mini Mag in 22. The actual parent company to this design was Freedom Arms. While they made them for a number of years, they made a 4-shot design without a lot of the modern improvements we have here. So without further ado, North American Arms operates a 5-shot, single-action, 22 long rifle pistol. This is also available in Magnum. I have opted to go with the long rifle after years and years of ballistic testing. What I have found, or at least what my belief is that we are not really gaining enough energy in the Magnum cartridge with a 1 1/8 barrel, which is what that one is, to substantiate carrying the bigger cartridge. All I'm getting there is more flash. If it's low lit, I need to be able to see what I'm shooting at, or at least I'd like to. So cool part is we get 5 rounds in. I'll kind of show you how this works here. So assuming that we are loading these 5 rounds I have sitting here, which we are not going to do, what would happen is we would take that wheel, we actually rotate in from the side, drops into the wheel. We're going to retract the hammer ever so slightly, get it in the center here. The pin in the front is used not only to eject the cartridges from the wheel when we are done, but actually holds that entire wheel in. Let's get some focus here on the assembly. So pin goes in the front, just south of the barrel. When it locks into place, we're good to go. So assuming we had this gun loaded, we would take the hammer, retract it. What you'll notice is that in between each of these cylinders where we would otherwise fire the gun, there's a little additional notch there. We'll try to get some focus again. So we have where the round would actuate when the hammer drops, but next to that, we actually have what they call a safety notch. So this is how this gun is carried safely without actually firing it, or if it was thrown, if I dropped it, if something happened to where the hammer was hit, the round could still not fire. The original design did not feature that. Freedom Arms design did not feature that. So what it is, 5 rounds, single action. The best way I have found over thousands of rounds and the number of these that I have owned is that we operate the gun holding it and operating the trigger with our main hand. Our offhand actually operates the hammer. The theory being is that we could fire, if we had to, at a very close range, 5 rounds in a fan succession, or with your thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, not going to want to walk into a gunfight with it, guys. Go to a 380 semi-automatic if you want more stopping power. But the beauty of this gun is I can carry it anywhere, literally anywhere, in my hand, in my pocket. The holster that I operate with this initially was a neck holster. So what happened is, gun would lock in, covers the hammer, covers the trigger. We had a ball chain. This would hang under my shirt. Fortunately, I often forget I am wearing it in environments where I am not supposed to have a gun. So we have relegated it to my keychain, taking the rest of my keys off just to kind of show you here. But the theory is, if I have my truck, if I have my keys, I have some sort of firearm. I don't want to walk into a gunfight with it, but if I am forced into a situation where I'm going to a knife to defend myself, and I am outmatched by someone who, in size, in skill, if it's 2-on-1, if I can level my odds at all, 5 rounds of 36 grain 22 mag are going to seriously soften up a target before I go hand to hand. Again, 380 is a better choice. 32 auto is even a better choice. I'd sit here and argue that 25 is not a better choice outside of the more reliable actuation, but the beauty of it is it's a gun you can have with you all the time. So I've shot these for years, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Past 7 yards, it takes a lot of practice to get rounds on target, but it can be done. If you give me time, I can hit a target at 10 yards. Unfortunately, in defense, we're not going to have time. So generally, this is going to be an up-close and personal kind of firearm, perhaps a backup gun to your initial gun, but very easy to operate, guys. All we're basically going to do is pull the hammer back, let them have it. Very simple, cheap to shoot. So, while it does take practice, it's in one of those calibers you can actually afford to do so. Love this gun. I've had a couple of them over the years. Granted, it's not my primary carry in most cases, but there's instances where if I can't have anything else, I still have this. Very easy. You can get snake shot for it if you want to carry it in the woods. Bird shot, great for snakes, great for smaller critters, things that we may want to dissuade or dispatch. And then obviously anything with 2 legs. They did a ballistic gelatin test. In fact, they've done many of them over the years and found that CCI's 36 grain mini mag actually has performed the best. There are heavier bullet options out there. They will shoot anything. I've even shot a lot of that Aguila 60 grain stuff where basically half of this casing is a bullet head and real hot. The problem is it doesn't build speed. We're talking a 1 1/8 inch barrel here, guys, so you don't have a whole lot of runway to utilize burning powder. They do make a 22 mag version. Again, not into that as much. I've had them, I've shot them. They are a little more substantial in the hand. They're a little easier to shoot, but we're really not getting any ballistic advantage, being that projectile is left the rifling and the powder is still burning. So we have to have runway to build speed. For me, I have kind of standardized around the 22 long rifle version. It's a great backup gun. It's a great primary gun for when you can't have anything else. Between this and a Benchmade, again, I feel much more confident going against somebody who may be younger than me, faster than me, more trained than I am. Again, but do not want to walk into a gunfight against a Glock 17 armed individual. Again, the main thought is that if we can dissuade a gunfight, we should do that. But if I'm forced into one, and I don't have a primary weapon. Again, 5 rounds of 22 are going to basically level the odds in my favor at least a little bit in any scenario, and it's something you can have with you all the time. North American Arms 22. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you are in Pennsylvania, you want to shoot one, give me a shout. Guys, if you get one of these, one last thing, do not dry fire them. Most guns today have a rebounding firing pin. In this case, that hammer drops. If you're shopping for a used one, take a very good look at that hammer. If we start to see, I'm going to try to get up here. If we start to see peening on that hammer, that is a bad sign. Notice there's not peening on my hammer. The gun does not get dry fired. Yeah, that's dirt. I carry my guns, guys. Again, it's a pocket gun many times. It's a net gun. All these places where lint and things like that we'll get into. Very simple. Stainless steel, virtually indestructible. And again, I think that if we took that 2-shot Derringer crowd, guys, retire them. It's a better choice. It's smaller. We get 3 more rounds. We're getting the same ballistic advantage, and quite frankly, the real easier to shoot. I'm done talking. I hope you guys are doing well. See you later.